All right. We're finally going to get a Call of Cthulhu game on the top ring. It's going to be good. All of you are already aware because you created your characters, but Enid Carrington's prized rose garden has been vandalized. She used her power as a millionaire to begin calling the law enforcement, the university, everyone she knows to make sure that whoever did this vandalization does not get away. And really, if nothing else, to get her to be quiet and to make sure that they don't lose all her donation money. Some experts have been sent. Some broke people who just want a job have been sent. It's going to be a good mixture. So the Carringtons are a millionaire family. Miss Carrington's from old money, and then she married a big banker, and so all she knows is about wealth. Very posh woman, and upon this villainy that she's facing, she's contacted the cops. The cops can't do much. They couldn't find any fingerprints or any evidence, and so she had to hire somebody who can get the job done a little bit better. And that person is Robert Kinney. Gordon, would you like to introduce your character? You're muted. All right, as we can see, Robert is the strong silent type. And so we'll get back to
Robert is the muted type.
Okay, there we go.
Sorry, I was just trying to fix the image. Can you start with someone else, and I'll be right back.
All right. Along with this is a construction project that's been going on a while. The Carringtons are hoping to throw a rather big party to the higher income friends and family area. And so they've been building this rose garden and a nice hall where the party can be held. Workers have been working throughout the past few months, except this incident has set them behind. And so you have heard that she's hiring additional work. Two of the people who have recently been hired are Theodore Caldwell and Billy James Ray. So either Robin or Tony, if you would like to introduce your character.
No, I'm definitely not going to take away the introduction from Ted.
All right. Robin?
I can go away. Okay. I'm going to play Mr. Theodore Caldwell, or Ted to his friends or anyone who knows his name. He's one of these handsome, charismatic people who most people tend to start liking quite fast. He's a student from the University of Washington, and he will spend his summer holiday to earn some additional cash and just get away from school for a little bit. And he thought this looked like a nice job. He's not really good with flowers or anything, so he's there to lift heavy stuff and help out in any way he can.
All right. And Tony?
Yeah, I'll be playing Billy James Ray, a drifter, learning of this new job just hours or a day before. You'll notice the barbershop pole has been freshly painted. As Billy James Ray has finished painting this barbershop pole in exchange for a haircut and a beard trim, he's walking down the street towards the Carrington's house, and he's wearing a very wrinkled old shirt with the jacket he's on. He's had it pressed and he's had it pulled up, even though it's raveled in places, and he messes with his tousled up hair, trying to fix the best he can from the haircut and his freshly trimmed beard and stuff. But most people won't even notice that he's actually cleaned up and looks almost like a Civil War general as he's walking along in this dark blue jacket. But they'll notice the limp that he walks with one of his legs. He limps along, and he could be someone in his 60s or 70s. But the truth be told, he's in his late 30s as he walks up to the gates of the Carrington estate and looks in.
Yeah. You two will be directed around back, far enough away from the house that none of the construction sound will have interrupted the Carrington family. And you'll see a rather large hall up on the hill that's been completed. There's a garage and stable area, and then a small pathway that leads down to the garden. And you'll also see a rather large pool that has what once appeared to be a beautiful sculpture in it. However, this sculpture is laying all around the garden, the colonnade. So the two of you will walk up, and you'll see a figure who appears to be the foreman of the job. He'll introduce himself as Butch Jones, and he'll give each of you a pretty hard, calloused handshake. And taking a cheap cigar out of his mouth and kind of throwing it to the ground and stamping on it, he'll say, "You two looking for work?"
Oh, hello, Mr. Jones. A pleasure to meet you. And I will reach forth my hand, shake it, and as I feel his rough shake, I'm kind of shaking it back, but not too hard, playing the underdog here, and I'm saying, "Yeah, I'm looking for work. Do you have anything suitable for me? I'm not so good with flowers, but I could possibly help you to, carry some stuff."
Yeah, he'll shake your hand saying, "Ah, there you go. You look like a good, honest man, a man that I could trust." The construction is only being taken care of by professionals. However, we have a special job that has opened up recently. It's less of a construction and more of a guard job. We had some other people who we were going to put on it. However, he didn't show up this morning. And Miss Carrington is insisting that these people guard our storage shed to make sure no one steals it. Do you think you're up for that job?
Oh, well, I'm not a man prone to violence, but I can absolutely keep an eye on things, and I can yell in case of emergency.
Yeah, no need for that. I don't think anyone around here is that dangerous, but you're getting paid just to not fall asleep. He'll look over at Billy, and you look surprisingly dapper. The shave and the haircut just kind of hidden some of your drifting days, he'll say. "What about you, son? Or man?"
And the first thing Billy does before he replies to Mr. Jones, he looks over at the gentleman sitting next to him, and he eyes him up and down. And he goes to the library quite a bit, so he recalls seeing a news article about a hunt for someone that maybe they've been looking for. And he looks for just a moment at this gentleman and thinks, he's got a resemblance to the one I read about in the newspaper. But he forgets about that for the time being as he goes, yes, Mr. Jones. I'm pretty handy at quite a few things, you know. I've lived a life of good and many types of bad leg, and I've had a life of bad stuff too. Sure, I can do about anything you want. It may just take me time to move around. I'm not as spry as this young man next to me.
Okay, very well.
Mr. Jones, I just have two questions. First of all, is there anything specifically you want me to keep an eye out for?
He says, "Well, there's a steel door to the cellar. I'm guessing that there's something rather valuable in there, even though I haven't seen it. Just make sure no one makes their way into that door."
Okay, yeah, I will do. And secondly, I assume this work will take quite some time. Will there be a place on the in the area where one could find a place to sleep?
Yes. Most of our workers have been sleeping over at the Borden Arms Hotel.
Okay.
It's in Arkham, which is nearby. Rather lower income place where laborers can get a room. And so he'll kind of walk you down the pathway, at least from the hall, and you'll see that underneath this cliff, there's a steel door to the cellar. There's a couple of workers who tend to be keeping guard. And along is one other figure. It appears that in order to not get the security mixed up with the completion of the property, Miss Carrington has hired a security and investigation specialist. And so Butch will lead you directly to Robert Kinney. And Robert, you'll see these two, probably not the best guards you've ever seen, walk toward you, and Butch says, "Hey, we got some new recruits for your night shift."
Robert Kinney gets up from his chair and flicks the cigarette into the corner. He's a very smartly dressed man, looks to be around mid-30s, and somber but friendly look to him. He'll walk up and look them up and down. What are your names, gentlemen?
Oh, hello, Mr. Kinney. My name is Theodore Cowell, but just call me Ted.
Ted?
I'm Billy James Ray, but most people just call me Billy because he extends his hand out.
Well, that's good. Let's get you boys equipped with some warm blankets and lights, lanterns, and look at the area that you'll be guarding tonight.
Yes, sir.
Robert will go to a storage shack. We have one of those, I assume.
Yeah.
He'll pick out a couple of items from it. A crowbar, a couple of lanterns, some extra oil for the lanterns, a couple of blankets, and some rope. And just go with those. We're going straight to the location right now.
Yeah. And the location is just 100 yards or so from the fountain. It's still rather early in the afternoon, and so at least these two will have time to rest and get set up before it turns dark in a few hours. At the garden itself, while the laborers are at the shed, a few specialists are appearing to actually check out the damage that's been done. Among them are an expert gardener, actually the great sculptor who sculpted this masterpiece for the fountain, and a geologist. So would the three of you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, of course. I'll step up to the man right away. And say good day. Do I know him from before or no? I'm going to guess this is our first meeting.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Robert. I'm in charge of security around here for the time being. And you are?
This man you're going to approach is going to be Mr. Carrington. Because of the way that this instruction is, he's actually dressed down into just jeans and boots. But as you turn around, you realize that you're talking to the millionaire owner. And he can say, "Excuse me, I'm just here to work with the insurance policy. my wife, Enid, is taking care of everything here for the party. And he'll point you to his wife, who's still in beautiful clothing. Her shoes are covered in mud from her walking around the fountain, but she'll kind of slosh over to you, and she'll hold out her hand for you to take tenderly, and she'll say, I've received good word that you do good work. I expect that you not only keep my things safe, but you help us catch whoever did these horrible things to my beautiful fountain.
With a smile, Robert greets her, takes her hand, and lightly kisses it. Of course, madam. We will do everything in our power to, at the very least, not have this happen again.
Yeah, she'll thank you, and then she'll see that by this time the 3 other experts have arrived, and she'll kind of bid you adieu, and she'll make her way toward our sculptor, dilettante, and geologist. So, Carlos, Mikey, or Gail, would you like to introduce your characters?
Who's going first?
You are.
Okay. Yeah, she's been driven to the estate by her driver, actually, and she steps out of the car like that really pretty young woman, maybe in her mid-20s. Absolutely not close for gardening. But Daddy told her to lend a hand because she would love it here, of course, and probably to extend his like knowledge of the rich and get into the club, essentially. And she walks up in her clicking shoes up the way to the estate, and is Enid standing there?
You can see that she's talking to just a group of people surrounded by Robert, but she'll kind of make her way to you as soon as she sees you approaching up the drive.
Yeah, she's already waving. Hello, Mrs. Carrington. My name is Esmeralda. What's my name? Mason. Esmeralda Mason.
Yeah.
Daddy told me to lend a hand.
And like you can tell, she's quite a bit older than you, and she might see some of herself in you, but she'll smile kind of warmly and say, you finally arrived. Here's the centerpiece of my rose garden. Isn't it lovely? As she points to this broken statuette. And about the time she points to that, our sculptor will be making his way. So Gail, would you like to introduce your character?
Yeah. So you just see this young man running as fast as he can. He kind of stops to a halt, kind of starts to breathe heavily. Miss Carrington, I'm sorry. I know I was supposed to be like 30 minutes already. I'm really late. Sorry, the traffic was horrible. So he kind of lends his hand to her. It's a bit dirty from paint or something. And he says, my name is Simon Lynch.
She will just keep her arms crossed, and she kind of looks up at this beautiful statue, the best handiwork you've ever made. What did you sculpt this fountain to look like?
I think it's a circle like made out of dolphins and a lion's leaping inside the circle. Yeah.
And so you remember spending months working on this project. With you being so careless and late, you haven't quite realized the extent of the damage. However, as you look up and see that this statue apparently was hit with pretty big brunt force and just knock down all over the garden, I need you to make a sanity roll. So you just roll a D100. Yeah, as you realize that this project you spent so much time on is now broken.
Okay, a D100?
Yep, roll D100 and then you try to get under your sanity.
Oh, okay. Oh boy. Let's see. Not too soon, please.
What did you roll?
Let me check my 77.
Yeah, that's going to be over your sanity.
Oh boy.
You are going to lose.
I just put him out of his misery.
You're only going to lose 2 sanity points. But her words begin just kind of being murmurs in your ears. It's like a soft, recognition of, like, well, why don't you explain just how heartbroken you are that this beautiful fountain's broken?
You say there's like mud on the ground around the fountain?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, you just see him kind of running towards the fountain. He kind of falls to his knees and starts to search for the many pieces, trying to make the fountain again, maybe try to repair it. He's just putting pieces together, and then he's kind of rolling into the mud.
Great. And so, yeah, you'll see that this is about a 20-foot diameter fountain, and pieces have just been knocked all over the garden surrounding it. She'll continue talking about the thugs. These Cretans left such a mess in the water of my fountain. I had to have the men come and remove it, so they get right back to work on the repairs. But they've been dragging their feet as it is, and I want no farther delay in this project. I'm supposed to host my ball here at the end of the year. Could I have? Wait, what was the name of your character, Gil?
I'll type it in chat.
All right.
But it's Simon Lynch.
All right. I need you to make a art and craft sculpting roll, and Esmeralda, you make whatever gardening type roll you have.
Botany, I would have. That's a hard success.
All right. Gail, you just roll under the number. If it's under a D100, if it's under half the number, it's a hard success, which is the, in the small box. Right? So.
I rolled 25, and my sculpting skill is...
Yeah, it's art and craft sculpting. And so you got a hard success.
Yeah.
That's under 35. Yeah. Okay. So both of you would realize that something with great force would have had to knock this, because it traveled like 20 feet outside, some of the pieces did, outside of the fountain itself, and about another 10 feet throughout the garden. So both of you are aware. It landed in a couple beautiful rose bushes, which it caused them to be bent and folded. Along with the statue, which is shattered, half submerged in the water. You also notice that there appears to be some pretty decent-sized big gashes in the ground, where it looks like huge rocks had been taken away. Just these large gouges. The damage is... Yeah, go ahead.
Those huge rocks wouldn't be carryable by a normal human being?
They would be. But well, with all these construction workers here and with wheelbarrows and stuff, they likely could have been moved.
Okay.
Yeah, the damage itself, the rim is cracked in 2 places, about 4 feet apart. There's numerous gouges in the cement and the mud. And so, unless you two have any questions during your investigation, we can finally get to the last member of the party.
I'm good for now.
Right.
I'm good.
So finally, Enid will kind of begin running toward our last party member, Marcellus. However, she realizes how unladylike it is as this water that splashed out of the fountain is beginning to pick up off her shoes and splash into the bottom of her dress. And she'll say, "Oh, Marcellus, you finally arrived."
How are you doing, Mrs. Carrington?
She'll turn around and
I
say, "Go ahead."
tried to come as fast as I could. I was busy at the research center.
So she, as you can see, my morning's been horrible. However, perhaps if you can give me the good news I seek, it will all be worth it. Are you ready to check out the rocks that I have found?
I'm ready.
All right. And so you and Miss Carrington will begin making your way to the steel door underneath the cliff, which is being guarded. And she'll have a couple of the guards open it up for her. And this is just the main storage place. At this time, probably the 3 others are in here getting their sleeping bag and supplies. But on a table far away that she brings you to, along with other pieces of marble, you find these strange rocks. These rocks look like a strange mixture between coral and granite, kind of in the shape of a bushel of bananas, or a what you call a group of bananas.
Cluster?
A cluster, I think. A cluster of bananas. Each fruit-like thing. Well, let me just see. They're close in texture and makeup to coral and shells, and they look like a bunch of swollen and petrified bananas. There are 4 layers of 5 to 6 bananas each. Some of them have been broken off, and their remains are to the side. And each fruit looks like it's made out of a translucent mother of pearl, with the stems made of a blue granite color. And she'll take you to these rocks. She'll say, we found them out by the broken fountain. Some of them are actually pretty attractive. Maybe after we get through this fiasco, I'll be able to turn them into a nice necklace or a pair of cufflinks for my husband. What do you think?
Oh, well, yes, I agree. They are very beautiful. I'm going to admit that I can't tell you right off the bat exactly what they are. They're a bit strange.
Yeah, you'll find out that as far as geology, these are no rocks you've ever seen before. However, do you have a different type of science skill or medicine that you could roll?
Archaeology or geochemistry.
That I'd be okay with that one. Yeah.
Okay. $49.
And what's your? Is that a success?
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Oh, wait. It has to be below.
Right.
Below.
Beats it as well.
I'm above. So that was not a success.
All right. Yeah. You can't really tell. You kind of pick them up and hold them to the light, and inside of them, you'll see that there's a strange viscous fluid with a solid blob floating in it. However, you'll know that it's not a rock, and you're not quite sure what it is. The other, as I mentioned, Billy, Ted, and Robert, you're all in the room as this is going through. So do any of you get interested in seeing or having her talk about these valuable rocks she found?
I think we're going to be busy with surveying the area at this point. We'd like to set up some, what they do in potato fields out in the country. They set up break-in alarms, just a wire around entry spots with tin cans attached to them. And we're just making sure that we know every single entrance and exit, and that we're setting up ample light so that we can see the whole place at night.
All right.
I am, as we're told to do this by Mr. Kinney, I will ask him, do you have an idea who could do this? Don't you think it's just kids?
Well, let's not jump to any conclusions. Perhaps if it's kids, we'll hear them.
Do they have any sort of competition or something? Could it be like a competitor who tries to grow, I don't know, nicer roses or having a better looking garden?
There is a lady, she's the daughter of a rich person. Her name is Esmeralda Mason, and she takes great pride in her gardening.
Yeah, keep an eye on her.
She's brown-haired, isn't she?
She's brown-haired.
Oh yeah, Ted has been watching her carefully since she arrived.
Oh.
She's already busying herself with the roses and such, like not taking care of her skirt.
Yeah, I have screen shared the immediate area, just so you guys can see what you're dealing with. The steel door is to the cellar where you're supposed to guard, and then so you can begin to plan out how you're gonna.
Is this surrounded by a fence or anything of the sort?
Yeah, this is the very back of their property, and so just even several hundred yards farther, I guess, to the north is their estate.
Okay, so there's a fence around this square that we're looking at.
Well, not necessarily a fence. This is in the back of their property. There is a heavily wooded area to the south and east. If this is if the top of the map is north, so between the fence that goes around their property and the woods, that's how it's protected.
Well, our primary thing would be setting up lights. We'll grab as many lanterns as we can find, and find high areas, not high enough that we can't see the ground, but just areas we can set up light so that we can basically survey the whole area during the night time. I'm going to guess we're going to put about 2 or 3 at the fountain itself. We're going to put 1 on each side of the garage. We're probably going to put a couple of lanterns just outside the main building on the other side. The north side from here, I'm just going to assume north is straight up. Is that towards the woods?
No. The north is towards their estate. The south is toward the woods. Yeah.
So we're going to concentrate on that area. And of course that the steel door and the whole that area is lit up at night. Great. Well enough so that you can see from the whole area, basically, from lantern to lantern.
Very quickly, we're going to jump back inside to Marcellus. Make a spot hidden roll as you're investigating these eggs, Carlos.
Oh, I got 91.
Okay, so yeah, as you're looking closely, Enid will be over your shoulder saying, "Well, don't you see it?"
Can I break one of these rocks open?
Yeah. She'll say, "Oh, they might be valuable," but she'll kind of point out, and you'll see that it looked at one time that there was one more of these banana eggs that is already broken off.
I'd
she'll
like
say,
to
yeah.
take a look at that one.
Yeah, you'll look around and see the other fragments and pieces that are around, but you don't see a piece big enough to represent what was broken off, so it appears to be missing. She'll allow you to break open one of the smaller pieces, like one of the smaller banana buds, if you'd like to break it open.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
All right. Yeah, you'll take it and crack it, and the contents inside are going to quickly disintegrate and emit a foul, sulfurous smell. So it takes a little bit of work to crack it open, but once you do, it's this nasty biological smelly compound.
Against my better judgment, I think I'm gonna wipe a little bit on my finger and take a closer look.
Yeah, the one that you broke had already been perforated a little bit, and it's gonna smell a little bit like death to you. Kind of like a raw egg.
So the smell seems familiar, like a familiar substance.
It's hard to think of anything you've smelled that's this bad, but yeah, it resembles a very, probably the foulest raw egg smell you've ever smelled.
So I'm going to go ahead and save that as a sample.
And she'll say, "Well, please get back to me once you find out how valuable it is. And also, I expect you to be able to find the part that's missing. I don't know if it was stolen by the vandals or even someone who works here, but I can't have something so valuable be taken from me."
How close am I right now to the steel door area?
You're kind of farther away.
Near the stable?
Well, you'd be underneath the stable.
Okay.
But, yeah. This is kept kind of in the back away from the tools, so it doesn't have any farther damage.
Well, I'm gonna try to look around for missing stones.
Yeah, you'll find general supplies and even smaller pieces of stones, but it doesn't look like it was brought in here. So either it was left in the garden area or it was broken off and stolen by somebody.
Okay.
At this time, Enid already has kind of like her dress covering her mouth. The smell is getting to her, so she'll kind of hurry you back outside as quickly as you can whenever you're done.
I'm gonna head towards the towards the fountain area.
You'll see that the sculptor and the young lady are already, I guess, have gotten down to work. What are Esmeralda and Simon doing?
Esmeralda would, while she's tending the flowers or the roses, looking for the damage which has been done here, she would, because she's thinking someone would have had to march up to the sculpture as well, close up to damage it. She would look like between the flowers on the soil or in the soil and look at the thorns of the roses, if there has been like something ripped off from someone, like a piece of cloth, or maybe even tracks which don't look like they come from one of the construction workers. These things.
You can roll spot hidden.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, just barely made it. Regular.
Right. Yeah, you'll look. However, just like the police looked, there's no fingerprints, no fibers, no footprints, no tire tracks. There's almost no evidence that someone would have been able to run up to the fountain and hit it hard enough to knock all this stuff away.
And how wide is that rose garden from the fountain to the pathway?
That's the water is 10 foot. Golly, I should have paid more attention in geometry. The water is a 10 foot. So it looks like the rose garden is about a 20-foot diameter. And then the colonnade is, 30 feet? And then it's about 70 feet to the cellar door.
Okay. Yeah, like she's like shimmying around there. Okay.
Is Simon doing anything?
Yeah, Simon is kind of walking around the fountain, seeing if he's gonna be able to repair this thing. He's gonna check if this thing was destroyed like with one big hit, or if someone had to break it in smaller pieces or something, hit it twice or something.
All right. Let's see what I want you to roll. Roll spot hidden.
Okay. Okay, 20.
All right, that's a hard success, I believe. And so
Okay.
it's hard to describe because it almost looks like someone took a wrecking ball to it, even though there's no evidence that there's not even a wrecking ball in the site. But it appears that something very hard and blunt hit it, knocking the fountain out of the water and all over the rose garden. So it appears to be hit once by a very big object.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I just wanted to ask if Miss Carrington told us something about, if she heard something at night, or did you tell us that?
This is far enough away from the manor itself
Okay.
to hide the construction noise that also hid any other noise, and there were no guards before this point. Anything Marcellus would like to add to that investigation, or are we good to move on?
No, I'll end end it here.
All right. What about you?
Yeah, I can't think of anything to add. Just maybe checking the floor for evidence of maybe some footprints of someone that could have been moving some of the damaged rocks.
Yeah, you'll walk
Somebody that could have.
You'll walk up to the rocks and you'll find out that roll spot hidden. Just the heck of it.
Okay.
I don't want to give you too much for free.
95, man. Keep going.
Yeah, it's gonna be. You can push that roll if you like.
Okay.
That means you re-roll, but if you miss, something bad's gonna happen.
$36.
Is that pass?
No, it's under.
All right, good. Yeah, so you'll kind of bend down very close, almost, so that the mud is touching all your clothes. And you'll see that the big hole where appears these banana eggs came from, you can see that kind of as the dirt has dried, it appears as if at one point this thing was hole in the ground, but you see marks that look like somebody took a piece and broke it off. You can see where they kind of stabilized their feet to be able to pull and break off one of these bananas. And so it looks like before this was found by anyone else, that someone broke off a piece.
Does it look like? Can I tell if it's a man or a woman's footprint by the size or the? It
looks rather large, so you guess it would be a man. It looks like it's wearing worker boots, so the same boots that most of the workers around the area wear. All right. Enid will find where Robert and Billy and Ted are setting up the lights and just preparing the area. And you'll see around her are 2 police officers. And once again, the police officers have been no help to her. But she'll come up and talk to you directly, Robert, and say, on top of someone ruining my fountain, I've just been informed that a strange man has been hanging around my daughter's dorm room. You'll also overhear this, Billy and Ted.
Ted will turn around and walk in the opposite direction to fetch some more cans to put up on the other side of the fountain area.
Yeah, and Billy just looks at Miss Carrington. Madam, I'm so sorry. You've been hit with such devastating things. It seems that it's going to get better, though. I know it will. And he eyes Ted as he walks off.
A strange man has been hanging around your daughter's dorm room?
Yes. He left a note for her, and luckily one of the heads of the dormitory found it. And she'll hand you this note. I'll just go ahead and read it. It says, "Dearest Mary," the daughter's name is Mary Carrington. "I don't think you even know me, but I know you. You see, I work on your house. I'm not a good gentleman like you deserve, but I'm a good man with strong hands and a good heart. You may think this is sudden, but I have come to care for you. I have seen you and watched you when you came to the site, and I wanted to see you again. I have a gift for you that I would like to bring by your dormitory tomorrow. It's a jewel of some kind that we found where we are building your house, and it's really pretty, like a giant fancy pearl. As you are studying at Miskatonic University, I thought that you would think it was interesting. I will be at my room at the Borden Arms tonight and tomorrow, so you can reach me there. With deepest affection, Alfred Hackett." and this note appears to be about a day old.
Well, it doesn't seem to be a strange man. There's a name here and an address. I turned to the police officers. Did you investigate this?
They will say, well, we haven't received a complaint from Mary herself. As far as we can tell, it's out of our jurisdiction. We can only cover what happens here in Ipswtich and not what happens in Arkham.
I see, so you didn't check the inn. Well, I suppose we could drive there by nightfall. Where is your daughter, madam?
Well, as far as I know, she should be in her dorm room.
Perhaps we should bring her here where it is safer. I don't suppose this man is of any threat. It doesn't seem so anyway. But if you would prefer that, we can bring her here for the next couple of days.
Okay. Oh, well, thank you. I guess that does sound good, and I'm sure that she'll be excused from all of her work. But meanwhile, I need to talk to Butch to see what type of people he's hired on my property. Who would hire someone just willy-nilly who hangs out outside of girls' dormitories?
Ted has been keeping just inside the hearing distance all the time, just pretending to do something completely different, or what he's supposed to. And he will return now with some cans and some wire. And he will say, you know what, I don't think it's a bad idea to check out this man.
Yeah. We'll take a drive there in my car before so that we can get back here before night. And we'll drive by her dormitory on the way back and pick her up.
Yeah.
I am supposed to keep a watch of that steel door over there. I'm not sure if anyone else could do it in the meantime.
Right. What's behind that steel door? I give it a push or a pull, whichever way it opens.
Yeah. I guess it's a. What would be harder? It would be a pull, and you see that it's just storage. Pieces of valuable marble and other expensive tools that they keep locked up instead of in the other storage shed where they kept the ropes and the cans.
How big is the place inside? Just a room or several?
It kind of opens up to about maybe 20 by 30 foot area.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll leave Ted here.
Right now, there are some other guards watching the room, and there's people working. The night shift is really when Ted and Billy have been hired to work.
Okay, good enough.
Okay, then I'm happy to go.
Then we'll go and both visit the man's room first, and then what was the name? Arthur or something like that?
It's Alfred Hackett.
Yep.
Alfred Hackett.
Hackett.
What about you, Billy?
Sorry, I was trying to get it unmuted. Billy would look towards Robert and go, well, Mr. Robert, I'll be glad to go with you, but I don't get around as good as probably this young strapping man here, but you're the boss. You tell me what to do.
Oh, don't say that, man. It's good if we're more. If he shows to be of any danger, we can outnumber him. The numbers are more important than the youth or the strength of each of us.
Well, that's what I say, Mr. Robert. I'll go with you.
If you feel like staying, you can stay. It's up to you.
When he says that, Josh, I'll look towards Theodore and go, well, I've seen you in the newspapers. You're one of them sports boys, ain't you, from the college? I think you can probably handle that guy if he gets out of line. I'm going to stay here and rest. It's been a tiring day for me.
That's good. The two of us, we make our excuses to the rest of the crew. Unless some of them want to join us, that's fine. But
Yeah,
otherwise, we'll take the car.
I'll say that all this conversation could have been heard by anyone in the Rose Garden. So the other three of you heard that, I guess, heard this letter being read about this giant fancy pearl being found and someone who worked on the site falling in love with Mary. So, would Marcella, Esmeralda, or Simon have any interest in that letter?
Simon thinks that it's none of his business, so he's gonna keep concentrating on the fountain.
Yeah, probably Esmeralda as well. Yeah.
I find it very interesting. I'm wondering if you guys would like me to go along with you.
Do you think
Yeah.
that he mentioned something about finding a rock out here? Is that of interest to you?
Yes.
Well, then you can have the shotgun.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So the three of you, would you like to head to the university or to
the man's residence first? His room.
Yep. He lives the same place where Ted was told he could stay, the Borden Arms Hotel.
Yeah, and I'll just casually bring with me the crowbar towards the car.
All right. So you'll arrive at kind of like a general motel, a place where people who are working labor work, a whole lot of drifters, a lot of laborers can stay pretty cheaply. You'll come across the landlady, Miss Pansy Osborne, and as you kind of walk up to her desk, she'll smile and say, how do you do, gentlemen? Is there anything I can do for you?
Good afternoon, madam. We are in the employee of, what's the name of the family again?
The Carringtons.
Of course we are. We are working under the employee of Carringtons, and we've been contacted by police about a certain man that's been working on our property. The name is Alfred Hackett. Is he staying at this establishment?
Okay. Yes, he does have a room. In fact, there was a little bit of mischief that took place in his room today.
Well, you know, boys will be boys. What kind of mischief?
Yes, well, we don't allow animals in the room, but he appears to have had a pet that caused significant damage.
I see.
What kind of pet, Moose?
She said, I have yet to see the room, but it may be some type of vicious puppy. All of the furniture and bedding and even some of the wallpaper has been destroyed by whatever pet he had.
I bow down to the reception desk, and because I'm quite a high fellow, and I bow down to the reception desk and I look her deeply into the eyes, and I put on my charm and I say, well, you know, the three of us here are construction workers. Maybe we could have a look at the room and see if there's any quick fixes we could do for you.
That sounds like you need to roll charm.
Yeah. There's actually a charm skill. I rolled 18 on the dice, and the default value is 15, but I have poured 20 points, so I have 35.
All right. So almost a hard.
Mhm.
And she'll say, well, we're not supposed to let anyone in this room, but if you can fix it quickly. He left with a young lady, a middle-aged gentleman, not too long ago. So I think that you might have a couple hours to work.
They left with a young lady. Could you describe the young lady?
She was dressed very well. A young brunette lady, probably college age, maybe a student. And the older man looked very distinguished and was wearing a coat. So maybe he was some type of scientist.
And they left after this damage has been ascertained. Who found the damage? Did anybody report noises or anything? So,
okay, there was a complaint call about strange noises. However, we didn't get a chance to look in the room until after Hackett was gone.
who called in the complaint?
One of the neighbors.
Thank you very much. May we have a key?
Yes, and she'll hand you the key. You'll see that Hackett has been living in this room since the beginning of the construction project, so he's been there quite a while. You'll see that it's a relatively simple one-bedroom room, really more of just a cot set out. However, you'll see that while there was only a cot and a chair, there's just rips and shreds. It looks like something with very sharp teeth or something with a beak poked a hole almost in hunger to rip out and eat. You also see in the kitchen area that there's blood and like medical gear out. So it looks like someone might have been cut there.
We'll quickly survey these premises to see if we can A, find a rock, B, figure out who cut themselves, how much blood is there.
I'll start flipping through drawers in a high speed.
All you can roll is spot hidden.
Man.
I failed by 20.
Just give me a second. 20 here.
I failed by 42. Keep rolling high.
I made it exactly.
All right. As you walk in, you'll see that the bleeding.
No, that's not true. I rolled. Sorry, it's just a complicated 20 thing. I rolled 13. I have 60.
All right. You'll see that the blood. It looks like a pretty serious bite. And in fact, as you begin unwrapping the tissue that was used to wrap, you'll find what looks like a considerable amount of blood, almost to the point of, being enough for someone to lose a finger or two.
Okay.
And you'll see that it looks like numerous times someone's trying to wrap their hand and it just bled through. You also smell something kind of strange. And as you open up a small little ice box, you'll find what appears to be one of these banana eggs, smelling not quite as putrid, but still not smelling very good. That looked like it was just broken open.
I bring that to the attention of the others. What do you make of this?
It smells awful.
wasn't me, I swear.
I'm not sure if Marcellus heard us.
What exactly did it look like?
It was one of those
Small,
banana eggs.
in an icebox. Not quite as putrid as the one you found.
But this one is broken open.
So I'm gonna pick it up and look at it,
Yeah.
and then
Go ahead.
I'm just noticing the smell. Yeah, like you said, it's not quite as putrid, but it is the same smell. I can recognize that these are the same stones.
Yeah. Having
How does
already
it-
having already broken one open, you'll see that this one appear to be more like broken from the inside out.
Have you seen this thing before?
These are the same stones that were in the Carringtons' property.
These clearing out stones, they look like eggs of some sort. What kind of an
That's-
animal lays these?
I'm starting to think that this is some sort of an egg. Like something broke from the inside. It looks like something hatched from this.
I'm no animal guy, but could these items have been stolen from the place we're working? If you see them there before?
I believe they were. This isn't something that I've seen in many other instances.
We should bring them back then and ask if they have lost any.
Yeah, there was some missing. Someone had taken some from the property.
Ah,
This is starting to make sense now.
By the way,
Mr.
somebody
Kinney,
was attacked here. Probably had some severe damage to the hand. Maybe even lost a couple of fingers. So whatever it was in this egg, I'm gonna guess isn't too friendly.
I'm not sure if it's related. I mean, the woman said the man brought an animal up, probably a dog or puppy-sized. Could it have been?
No, I think she was guessing. She said apparently. You can ask her on that way down.
She was judging from the damage.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
it was
but
an animal. And the hair did she say she found some hair?
No hair. He's
The
from the
bite-
damage.
The bite marks do look like something from a beak. Didn't you say so?
Yep.
Could it be not a hen, but the male of the chicken? The
Cock.
And
yeah, the cock.
I should
Like that-
metagaming. A cock can call Cthulhu.
That he brought the cock into the room, and it got loose from whatever restraints he had and bit off a finger or two. Those animals are vicious.
a chicken bite off a couple of fingers. No, I don't think so.
No, not a chicken, a cock, like a grown one.
Well, if they had one of those, I know a place where we can earn a fortune on that. There's no way this can take out fingers.
As you are talking kind of back to the room, you hear the sound of someone trying to slide the key into the door.
I put my hand to the mouth quickly and move to the side of the door and put my hand inside my jacket.
Would I be able to place myself behind the door so that I would stand behind the door when it opens?
It's a small enough room that if you hurry there,
Yeah.
I'll let you.
I'll do so. I can even stealth there if you want me to.
If you want to, I won't stop you from rolling.
No, I would rather skip it if I can, but
All
if
right, yeah,
if you want me to, I can do.
I'll let you skip it. What about our geologist?
There's one thing I'd like to do real fast before anyone comes back up to the room. Are there any shoes laying around that I could maybe match to the print that I found?
Yeah, you see work boots covered in mud.
Okay. That's enough evidence for me. I'm not sure. Do you guys think I should bring the boots back to match it?
Somebody's coming into
pretty-
right now as we speak. We can have that discussion right after they enter.
I'm gonna take I'm going to grab one of those shoes real quick before they enter.
I give you an approving nod as I move up behind the door.
The door will open, and you'll hear kind of like a muffled, gargling, chirping type sound. And walking the room, you'll see about 30-year-old construction worker, a young college-age blonde-haired girl, and an older gentleman walking the room holding a blanket, kind of like wrapped around, almost like in a small baby shape, and this gargling chirp is coming out of the blanket.
If they didn't notice us and they just entered, I'll just close the door gently behind them and say good afternoon.
Yeah. You'll see Hackett reach into his pocket and pull out a knife, and kind of the young lady will squeal a little bit. The guy holding the blanket will just try to come. I don't know what you want or why you're here, but there's no.
As soon as he pulls up the knife, I will go for his wrist with my crowbar.
Oh.
All right, go ahead and roll an attack.
I rolled a 24 under 55, so that's a hard success.
He might have been able to dodge that. Let me see. What is his?
He needs to dodge a hard then, doesn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
Typical construction worker has a dodge of 30. He got 15 out of 30. He also got a hard success. So he'll be able to pull his knife out of his hand, but you'll see kind of before he dodges, his hand is wrapped in bandages, tied very closely. And this older gentleman will speak up, saying, I am a biology professor at the Miskatonic University.
It's okay, Ted. Let's not bludgeon our guests just yet.
Yes. He says,
He pulls a knife on us.
It's all right.
Yeah. He says, I'm a biology professor and I'm handling a very important medical matter right now. I don't know who you are, but please, we don't want to handle this with violence.
Mrs. Carrington, I look at the young lady. Does she react?
You'll see her kind of look kind of scared at you. Just knowing that it's always been a threat she might be kidnapped and then held for a ransom. But she'll just nod her head and say, yes, I am a member of the Carringtons.
Be calm, miss. We're here to get you. On your mother's orders.
She says, I'm helping Dr. Bryden here with a very important experiment.
Well, we're not quite here to get you. We're here to visit our friend Alfred here. Alfred has left a letter that has perturbed the family a bit. But yes, we were coming by the university afterwards for you. I turned to the professor. What kind of... What is going on here? Why is... First of all, these eggs, they come from the estate. Why are you in possession of these? Why is the young lady with us?
I know nothing about where this came from. However, I'm on the verge of discovering a brand new species. Mary here came by my office at the university. She's one of my students, and she said that she needed help. And when I came and met them here, we were showed by Al here this strange creature that he found. We tried to take it back to the university, but it's just too loud and too much exposure there. And so Instead, I'm going to research it here.
Right. Can we? I see that that creature isn't as safe as. I nodded his hand as a chicken. I'm guessing it's not a chicken. We should bring it to some safer circumstances, don't you think?
Yeah, he's going to say, I am the greatest mind in veterinary science in this area. There are no safer hands than me.
Well, not hands, circumstances. Your hands can be there as well. Just bring it into a cage, for instance.
He says, well, of course. We brought a cage and all the supplies. We just need to monitor it overnight. Allow me to do some quick experiments, and if we do not know what it is by tomorrow morning, then I will turn in all my findings.
The man with the bandaged hand, would he happen to be missing a couple of fingers?
You can't tell because of the bandage.
Okay, so, but he still holds a knife in this hand.
No, the bandage is in his other hand.
Ah, okay. I pointed his hand and I said, did this animal bite you?
I was stupid. It was hungry, and I tried to feed it out of my hand.
So it's a creature which eats meat, then, I assume?
Okay, he'll look around and say, it's a creature that eats anything.
What are you planning to do with this thing?
I never knew that it was going to be a creature. I thought it was just a precious jewel. And it's not stolen because it belongs to the Carringtons, and I was giving it to Mary. So I'm in over my head. I've given it to the professor here to look over.
But the Carringtons told us they were missing some of their stones, so apparently somebody has stolen them.
As I said, I took it off their property, but I am giving it to Mary, and Mary is a Carrington. How can I steal something if I'm giving it to them?
You can take it away from people who trusts you, and then give it to someone who you prefer having it. That would still be stealing.
Make a law roll, LAW.
I am almost a law student.
Yeah.
And I am the law here anyway, so.
What? You passed? Yeah,
no,
so...
I failed, but almost a double.
All right, yeah, so you're... you don't have quite the intelligence in the field of possession to be able to argue his erratic point.
Anyway, I think it's best if you all come back to the Carrington house. I'm sure they don't mind if you just tell them that you took their stones away.
I'm going to insist that the young lady comes with us in any case.
Yeah, I second that.
How big is this thing, by the way?
No, please allow me to assist in this discovery. It's one of the greatest scientific finds ever.
I imagine your friend Alfred will be put under arrest. I'm guessing that the professor can continue his research at our residence once you've made sure that these items that you're researching are safe. And you are definitely following us.
Yeah. The doctor will look at you and say, look, I will make sure that Alfred and Mary here and the creature are all safe with me in this room. For the safety of everyone here, I think it's important that I continue investigating this just throughout the night.
How big is that creature that the guy's holding?
You'll see that the bundle he's holding is about the size of a kitten.
What does that mean? How fast did it grow if it hatched last night?
It a little bit bigger than the egg, but not. It's not like it's growing like by an immense amount.
I'm not so sure about this. I think you need to come back to the residence with us. And then if everything is okay with the family, I guess you guys could go back here. But they surely would like to have a chat with this Alfred, and they probably would like to see their daughter as well.
Why do you
Preferring
insist
for
on
health.
staying in this apartment? It makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, well, this apartment is the only place where we are sure that we think it'll be best to keep it a secret here. The worst thing that we can cause is overreaction.
There have been complaints about all the ruckus in this room. There are no secrets here anymore, and I guess the manager will kick you all out quite soon anyway.
Plus, there's a bunch of these eggs at the estate anyway. It makes no sense staying in a room.
When the professor here that is asking, watching, wait, there's more? All right, we can go to the estate and find a room where we can take care of the animal. But we must hurry. I need to begin my research as quickly as possible.
I'd like to check out the mental state of the Hackett fellow.
That would be psychology.
I know. Sec.
Could I also try that, being a psychology student?
Yeah, that would be psychology.
39, I have 67.
24 under 60.
You can tell that he's a little bit traumatized from getting himself into such a big mess, but you guessed that before he fell in love, he was just an ordinary construction worker. So,
Yeah. All right. We drive back.
all right.
How do we inform the police in the way that we found the
Yeah.
girl and we transported her?
Mary will argue for a while not to press charges, and the three of them will go into Mary's room and continue investigating this animal.
Is this when are we back at the estate now?
Yep.
Yeah, before they enter any room, I would suggest to Mr. Kinney that we bring them to the attention of the woman of the house.
Enid. Yeah. You can see that she kind of makes a big deal about this whole thing. However, once your daughter and the professor are willing to tell her about a new species that's been found that might be worth money, she kind of calms down and lets them research.
All of the other eggs, I'd like to put them in a cage / whatever. I don't need any lizards or things like that nature hatching
Right.
around the property.
Yeah. So you're able to get into that room and kind of block off the eggs in case they hatch.
Yeah.
All right.
Another thing, I'd like to fetch a couple of items from my trunk.
All right. Would anyone who would have stayed at the house during this time, anything you guys want to do?
Ooh, actually, no. I think she's just waiting for the others and maybe hear something new and interesting. And actually, she would as she sees the others come back, she would rush up to them. Hello, gentlemen. What did you find?
Oh well, hello, by the way. We found the daughter of the house together with a construction worker and a professor in the construction workers' hotel room, which was in a terribly bad state. And we convinced them to come back here.
Scandalous!
Yeah, I do agree. And while we're on the topic of hotel rooms, that hotel was terrible. Where do you stay, miss?
Yeah, my home, of course, with Daddy.
Okay, so you're going back and forth every day then, I guess.
Well, I'm not so sure yet. I mean, maybe I can stay for the night. I will ask the Carringtons. I'm pretty sure they will offer a room to me.
Okay, then. And I'll return to my primitive alarm system making.
Anything from Billy or Simon?
Simon would walk up to them as well and kind of, so, what did you find?
A new species, apparently.
Is it, did it do this?
I'm thinking my mommy might have.
Okay. Bad news then.
Well,
So,
nobody's seen
have
anything like it around here, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it
Okay.
could have happened. There are no tracks anyway, so unless it's flying or something.
And I think it's really big. It actually crushed the fountain in one big hit. So,
Oh,
I think it's gonna be hard to catch this thing.
wait. Could it be one of those? What do they call them? Metronites or something? The things that fall from the sky.
Meteorite?
Are there any wheel
that's-
tracks around the fountain?
None. And gentlemen, you keep talking about the thing. What do you mean with the thing? An animal?
The CoC we found in a hotel room. Bit of a guy's fingers or something.
You don't actually believe a cock did this, pointing at the fountain.
No, of course. I thought it was some sort of vehicle accident or something, but if you can't find any vehicle tracks, I'm out of luck. I have no ID. But it's not my job.
Could a meteorite
Either way, this thing.
have done this?
I don't know.
I'm talking to the geologist since he mentioned that.
It could have been a meteorite. That's possible. That could also.
I'll be darned.
There have been known to be meteorites of that size in this area recorded, so it would definitely be a possibility.
After all of this time, it began to get closer to night. Anyone who's going home or resting would do that. Not to mention the night shift for for Billy and Ted. For Bill and Ted.
I'll grab a couple of hours of sleep before the night.
Yeah, me too, if possible. I would like to relax a couple of hours before the night shift.
All right.
Possibly get something to eat after a long day of putting up metal wires and metal boxes.
Of course.
And I would ask Enid if it would be possible to sleep here and not go back home because it's really interesting in it. All those gentlemen, very interesting.
Roll charm or persuade or one of your interpersonal skills. Intimidate. I don't know.
Fast talk. That's a regular success.
Yeah, she'll kind of roll her eyes, knowing that you're too lazy just to drive a few miles home and back when you have a driver. But
Yeah.
she'll give you one of the guest rooms. What about our sculptor? I guess you're gonna head to your hotel room for the night.
Yeah, I'll head to my hotel room.
All right. And geologist.
Well, I would like to. I kind of want to explore the area after dark.
All right.
I don't know whether I can rest and then return in the middle of, after midnight.
Yeah. So you can sleep till about midnight.
That's what I'll do.
So it begins to get, pretty dark around 7 or 8. So that's when the shift starts for Billy and Ted. Robert, you can help watch. You're kind of the overseer, so you can stay out with them, or you can not.
I'll grab the rest of these eggs. Are they all in the room now, or do we have most of them behind the metal door?
They're behind the metal door.
We'll make sure that we lock that metal door from the outside.
Yeah, definitely.
And we'll light at the first sign of. We've already filled up the lantern, so at the first sign of darkness, we light them up.
All right.
And I'll find a nice window on the first floor from where I can look at things. And if the geologists would like to take a walk around, I'll join them with my.
The estate is too far away to see or hear anything that's happening down here. Unless you want to turn one of those cans into like a really long, like one of those things that you like speak into and listen to the can string. If you want to be in constant watch, there's the frame of this main building which is under construction. The stables would be probably the safest, the most completed place that you could keep watch.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
All right, yeah.
I'll keep walking around the fountain area and like closer to the metal door, keeping a watch of the general area there with flashlight and a crowbar.
All right, and Billy.
Yeah, Billy, during the daytime while they were gone, he's enjoyed him quite a bit of the homemade freshly squeezed lemonade that one of the maids provided from the Carrington house, and he's napped up under a tree, so he's refreshed, ready to go. And seeing that Theodore is going to take first patrol, he's just going to lean up against and stay close to the cellar door and watch it area there.
All right. Before people go to sleep with their estate, the biologist is very quickly sharing his finds. And so, Esmeralda, you get to listen to what he's kind of telling about the creature. He tells you it's about the size of a kitten with a similar bone structure, but it stands on its hind legs, allowing its forelegs or elongated arms to dangle forward. The claws in all 4 feet appear to be a cross between non-retracting cat claws and human hands. Growing from a complex bone structure and musculature on its back are bat-like wings. Its head is reminiscent of that of a horse, but with vicious fangs in the mouth. and barbed horns behind its eyes dispel and farther similarity. Its skin is rough and reptilian, but not scaly. In other words, the skin has the texture of scales, but they are not scales. He also has a cute little sketch of the creature.
Okay. Esmeralda would start laughing and then look at him and say, "Good man, have you lost your mind? I mean, look at this. With wings?"
Okay, it's not a joke. It's truly a mark of evolution.
Where's the sketch?
What?
Did he have the sketch?
Oh yeah, you don't see it. It's on my screen right now.
I don't see a screen for some reason.
All right. Yep. You should go.
And where is it now? I didn't get that.
It's in the Mary's room. They're
Oh,
taking
okay.
care of it.
Okay.
But with that being said, you'll go to sleep thinking about the ridiculousness. About 10 p.m. at night, in the middle of the guard, a strange creature is going to descend from the skies right onto the fountain.
Oh, there's Mommy.
Could I roll a luck to see if I was closest to the fountain or closest to the door at this point?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I make the luck, I'm closest to the door.
Whatever you feel is more lucky.
Yeah, it's going to be a 50-50 anyway, as I have 50 in luck. And I rolled 22, so I'm closest to the metal door.
Nice. Yeah. So this creature is just going to fly down. The lights are blinding it a little bit. You can tell it's looking around the fountain for something, and it begins to panic, not being able to find. It begins sniffing, and then turns toward the cellar door. I need the 3 guards to make a sanity check, and we were going to take a short break right here.
I made mine.
Be right back.
Yeah, I had a hard success, a 2 out of 75.
All right.
A 10 under 70 here.
All of you will only lose 1 sanity point. And we'll take a quick break here, and we'll come back to...
Yeah, I made it.
All right. Yeah, you make it, you only lose 1 sanity point. So I'll see all of you in 5 minutes or so.
Cool.
I'm back.
I am too.
Whoa, what is that?
That would be
That
like
does-
it's about to kill your two teammates.
That doesn't look good.
If you're a few miles away in a hotel room, then
Yep.
your survival is a little bit better than.
I think Simon is too busy thinking about the fountain.
I'm going to enjoy the reaction of each player as they come back and see this picture.
Yeah, that's the best part, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, I have to go, you know. That's yuck.
You're safe. You're at the house.
Yeah, I wanted to sneak out at night.
I'm going to let the geologist encounter this too.
Are we dead yet?
No. You
Are
just
we
see,
dead yet?
you just see what's on the screen.
How far away from me is this thing?
The door is about 50 feet away.
The door is about 50 feet away.
Yep.
And how far away is this thing?
Oh no, you're at the door. The door's about 50 feet away.
Ah, okay, yeah, cool. I'm gonna race it for the door when everyone's back then.
This thing can move up to 400 times the speed of light.
And so can I when I get scared. I think.
Let's read Lovecraft's. This is Lovecraft's description of this beast. There flapped rhythmically a horde of trained hybrid wing things. They were not altogether crows, nor moles, nor buzzards, nor ants, nor decomposed human beings, but something I cannot and must not recall.
It might be from a slightly different line of fluff, but I think I need a Space Marine bolt gun to take this down.
I mean, these things are pretty chill.
Chill.
Yeah,
Oh,
As long as you
doesn't
don't,
seem like it.
well, I mean, as long as you don't like endanger their children right after they gave birth.
Or steal their eggs.
Yep, that'll do it.
Or do both.
And break them
Like,
to see what's
yeah.
inside.
Yeah,
like
that-
someone did.
Yeah, who has the stuff on his finger? He probably doesn't get the smell off of it. Now we know after whom they are going. Congrats.
I think I'm pretty safe. I have a crowbar.
Absolutely. I will stay with you. We're safe.
You should
I
come
have
with
a
me to
chisel,
this
so,
dark basement.
yeah.
It's going to be totally safe.
Yeah.
Knowing Goran, he's gonna pull out a tummy gun.
He was reaching for his pocket earlier. I guess it was a bazooka.
Yeah, really. I reach for my pocket. I pull out a. Well, I'm not gonna tell you the name of the beast, but a dart that is designed to kill. This thing looks like a mixture between a Hercules beetle and a fly.
It looks exactly what the guy who designed Tyranids for Warhammer 40,000 looked at before he designed Tyranids.
If I recall, I think the only thing I have to defend myself is a chisel.
That's all I gave you.
Yep. It's gonna help me out a lot. Yeah.
I think it's going to be ruled like damage-wise as a chainsaw, ain't it?
I gave him small knife, but since his damage bonus is low, I did do -1.
In my briefcase, which I don't have with me, I have a steel pipe and a couple of handcuffs, but I'm going to do with a crowbar for now.
Since you guys are actually at the place when this happened, I don't get to describe the full brutality of an attack. Because I had to give you guys a chance to fight back.
I felt like when you said that the guys really, really wanted to stay at the hotel, and we were like, no, fuck, we're going to bring these guys back. Like, I felt it was the right thing to do in-game, but out of character, I was thinking, this is so bad. This is the worst decision to bring these guys home.
Now, the good news is if you're high enough level and have the right spells, you can actually have one of those things as a mount.
Yeah. I feel I'm about at that point now.
Yeah.
I have no spells, and I'm at level 1. That's what you were hinting towards?
Yeah, you only need the Space Mead spell. Has anyone ever seen a high-level Call of Cthulhu game with people's POW is high enough to actually cast spells?
I played through Masks in the Nyarlathotep. There I got spells, but my doctor got a spell, and then I drank some green fluid, which I shouldn't have been drinking, so I died before I was able to try the spell out.
I'm running a high-level quotation mark one-shot series, so yeah, it's interesting.
See, all of the spells I've given for campaigns are like summon this bad god who wants to kill you. Like, they're not spells that help.
I have Call Zombie now in the game and Disintegrate Zombie and Call A2, like one of the forms of Nyarlathotep. Probably not a good idea to use. We'll see.
I summoned the Dimensional Shambler. There's
Yeah.
teams I have.
Oh, yay.
Alright, so in case you guys haven't noticed, this creature that is being screen shared is the thing that has landed. After catching a whiff of where its young might be, this is going to take off and fly full speed into the steel door. It will hit the door, but not break it.
Would I be able to go inside the room, or would it hit the door in front of me?
You would not be able to get the door open before this thing hit it.
Okay, as soon as it hits the door, then I'll start running in the opposite direction.
All right. Would now be a good time for Marcellus to go on his walk around the fountain?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. It's about midnight, right?
Yeah, we call about midnight. So as you're kind of walking out to this area, you hear a very loud sound of something big hitting the steel door.
Robot will calmly kneel on his left knee and raise himself as he draws across and utters a small Irish Catholic prayer. Push aside the blanket that's next to him and pull out his 3006.
Nice. We'll go ahead and go combat rules here. What's everybody's dexterity? Well, everyone who's at the fountain right now. So, Robert,
25.
Billy, and Theodore. All right. Ted?
Robert is 75, but that's 7th edition. You want the ordinary rules or what?
No, this is 7th edition. Ted, what's your...
65.
All right. So, do you want to take a shot? Robert?
Right after it hits the door, I'm guessing it's going to be still for a moment.
Are you going to take a turn to aim? Or
Yes.
are you gonna shoot? All right, so your first turn will be you aiming. You'll have a bonus die when you take a shot. Ted, this thing just hit the wall. Just flew right over you and hit the steel door, not able to break it. What are you going to do?
Fuck this steel door. I'm running for the house.
All right. So you begin taking off in the opposite direction.
Yeah, as fast as humanly and inhumanly possible.
All right. I'll go ahead and let Billy go.
Yeah, Billy had seen this thing move at inhuman speed and hitting this door. With him going to the library every day and reading a bunch of Jules Verne and Edgar Allan Poe books, he knows that there's nothing that could exist like this unless Jules Verne actually told the truth in some of his stories. So he's moving straight towards the house too. He knows that there's nothing he can do possible to engage this thing. So he's right behind Theodore.
Like, yeah, these things just clawing at the door, trying to get in. Seemingly doesn't even notice you two.
Yeah, because he's hoping, he still has respect for authority, so he's hoping that once he gets to the house, somebody can bring the police.
All right. Would you like to take the shot, Robert?
It's not threatening anyone at the moment.
Not at the moment, no.
I'm just going to keep aiming.
All right. This thing is just going to continue angrily scratching at the door. You can tell it's getting a lot angry, but it's unable to penetrate into the steel door. I'm guessing that the other two continue to run away.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely headed towards the house.
It's going to make a horrible cry as it realizes that it can't get to its eggs, and it's going to fly off in anger headed toward the house.
Can I take a shot now?
You can.
I'll do it.
You have a bonus die?
Yeah, not sure how it works. I'm doing roll 20.
Yeah, so you roll 2 and take the lowest.
No need. Hard success.
All right, they think that paying attention, so I'll say you hit it. Go ahead and roll damage.
10.
Good damage. You're gonna hit it pretty hard. You can tell it has some natural armor, this reptilian skill. However, it's gonna cry out in pain and in anger as you shoot it. It's gonna begin looking around, trying to find out who's attacking it. I'm gonna need Billy, Ted, and Robert to make some type of hide type thing.
I have stealth, and I'm doing the military sniper routine where I'm away from the entrance of the shot.
Yeah, I'll give you a bonus die along with your stealth.
Yeah, I'm going to use stealth too.
All right.
I made a hard stealth.
I made a hard stealth myself.
I
Rolling
missed it
with the
by
bonus die.
I missed it by 47 out of 40, so I'm going to use 7 of my luck points to bump it down to 40 and pass.
All right. That's a good call. Yeah, so this thing's going to look around and not see anything. So it's going to fly off very quickly, outspeeding all of you. Robert, if you want to take one more shot at it, it'll be with 2 penalty die. So roll 3 die.
Shit. So I have to roll 3 and the lowest one, right?
Yep.
Or the highest one.
You roll 3, you take the highest. Because this thing is flying away very quickly.
What are the fucking odds that I'm going to make that? But I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah, it's a free shot.
Yeah, I failed with the first one, so never mind.
All right. You guys have survived. Congratulations. Esmeralda, you hear glass break in a room just a couple doors down from you where this animal is being looked at.
Oh. Yeah, she gathers her morning gown and peeks into the hallway first, and if there is nobody, she rushes downstairs to get a peek.
Nice. You hear on your way down a couple cries for pain and screams.
Well, even more reason to keep running.
All right. So you're not going toward the broken glass? Are you?
I do.
You do? All right.
Like,
nice.
but not like without thinking, of course. Like she tries to get a peek first to see whatever is going on there.
Yeah, so you just want to crack open the door a little bit?
Yeah.
All right. You crack open the door. If you crack open the door, roll a sanity check.
Great. Yeah, made it.
All right, you'll lose 1 sanity. As you see this strange, large creature. It looks like a big version of the drawing that's happening. And you see that it has several teeth on it. And this smaller creature is kind of bit and thrown on one of the teeth to hold on. And while you're looking in, you'll see Alfred begin running toward this creature. And Alfred's going to run through it with his pocket knife. Any guesses how that's going to go?
Poorly.
Yeah, he's going to run towards this creature, just going to lower its mouth a little bit, and it's going to rip his heart out.
Another sanity?
Yes, there's another Sandy.
Made it again.
Oh, you're too good at this.
Not really. I've only got 39 now.
You're going to lose 7 Sandy.
Shit. Oh no.
I believe that's going to be a temporary Sandy.
Yes. I'll have to roll for my end first. Maybe I make it.
Yeah.
Or don't make it. I actually don't make it.
All right, and you want to not make it.
Yes.
And so you're just going to feel like, oh, this is just a bad dream, just a bad dream.
Yeah. I closed the door again, actually, like, oh well. Okay, go back to bed. I will wake up in my bed again, and everything is fine. Everything is fine. Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, this creature is going to kind of look over at the door as it closes, and then fly off into the sky. As the rest of you begin to approach the house, if you head that way, you'll see this thing disappear almost into up in the sky and then just disappear as if it is no longer in this world.
What I will do, instead of running to the house, when I see it disappear into the sky, I'll go back and check that there are no sounds behind that metal door, and then back to the house.
There's no sound. The door is heavily bent and scratched, but it holds still, and you don't hear anything come from the inside.
Okay.
I wouldn't see that it left because I would be running for my life towards the house, then starting to open the front door, and if it's not open, I would start bringing out my universal door opener kit to open the front door.
Yeah, you're gonna break into the house, and
Yeah.
you're gonna see like a mesmerized, perplexed Esmeralda just walking back up the stairs.
I will shut the door behind me, and I will run after her.
Oh, hello, dear. Are you here as well?
There's something out there.
Yeah, I know.
Something winged. Something big.
Yeah. And she takes his arm as if he's a gentleman and walks to her room.
Oh, well.
Probably a great idea.
Let me just get my briefcase first, honey.
Oh, sure.
And I thought I was gonna have the most gruesome kill of the game. Billy, what happens if you run toward this broken door?
Yeah, as I get to the front door, several steps, of course, behind Theodore, since I can't move that fast, and he closes his door on me. I'm thinking he's up to no good in that house. So you'll see me open the front door when I go in, and then I see him talking, speaking with Esmeralda, checking with her. The first thing he's going to do is look for the kitchen or somewhere, maybe a hallway where the phone would be if he wants to call the police.
Yeah, you begin running toward where you think the phone would be, and inside one of the bedrooms, you hear like a very soft murmur for help.
And I'm the only one that hears it. Theodore and him don't hear it.
I think they're preoccupied.
He's just going to ignore it because he's still thinking the authorities are the best thing. So he's going to try to use the phone.
All right. So you'll call the police, and the police will let you know that they're on their way.
Yeah, and then after that, after I hang up, I would go look for Robert, Mr. Robert, and try to locate him and check on him.
You pass the door again and you hear the rumor.
Yeah, I would still proceed to even find Robert, or I'd try to get Theodore's attention, one of those two. Because Billy knows that he's not physically capable of really taking on much himself, so he's going to go get some help.
All right, you run upstairs to the door that you saw Theodore disappear into.
Yeah, that'll work.
What's happening in that room?
I am currently helping her over towards the bed and say, just lay down, try to get some sleep, and I'll see if I can find someone else.
Helping her. Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're, I don't know what to call it, interrupted as Billy opens the door.
Yeah, I'm about to open my briefcase when he opens the door, and I'm shutting it again and say, oh, hi, Billy. Did you see the flying thing as well?
Mr. Theodore, I need you to come help me. I think someone needs our help, but I need, you've got that crowbar and you're much stronger than I am. Can you come help me?
Oh, okay. Show me the way then.
I'll come with you. This is such an interesting dream.
Okay.
All right. By this time, the rest of the Carringtons are certainly awake and wrestling about. Now, do the three of you head to the room where you heard the cry for help?
Oh, yeah, I would if definitely if Theodore and Esmeralda are going to follow, surely.
All right. As you open this door, you're going to see the great gore from the attack. I need a sanity check from Ted and Billy. Meanwhile, Esmeralda, you think it's just a dream. So.
Oh! I rolled 66 under 69, and I need the sanity.
Yeah, I passed 71 to 74.
All right. In this room, you see that Dr. Bryden.
Do we get anything when we succeed, by the way?
No.
No.
You see that Dr. Bryden is decapitated. His arms were also kind of ripped off when this thing grabbed the baby from him. And you see Mr. Carrington laying down with his heart pulled through his chest for his trouble. Mary is in the corner, untouched but covered in gore, just shaking. Billy, you'll lose 2 sanity.
Okay.
Did Ted pass or fail?
I passed.
You passed out. You'll lose 3 sanity. Wait, did...
Hey, and just clarification, Josh, you meant Mr. Hackett's in there, did not Mr. Carrington, right?
Yeah, Hackett, sorry.
Okay.
Now, yeah, so both you guys passed your sanity?
Yeah.
Correct.
All right. Yeah, and so you'll see Mary just shaking there.
You said that Mr. Alfred was decapitated, or was that the professor?
The professor was.
Is his head still in the room?
It looks... Roll luck.
Okay. I rolled 59, so I failed my luck.
Did you want it to be in there?
And now I was just wondering.
Okay. No, it's gone.
Okay. Well, I am sure this will shape my personal interests in the future, Ted thinks, and walks over to the scared little girl to help her up. And is she responding to any interactions at all?
She's pretty catatonic, this state.
Can I try to use my psychology to calm her?
That'll be psychotherapy.
Or psychoanalysis, actually.
Okay, let me apply my psychoanalysis. I think I will use my crowbar. It will probably add a lot to my 0-1 to psychoanalysis. I actually rolled 32, so if I only use like 31 luck, I can manage to succeed. But I think I'll skip it.
Make it worse.
Calm down. It's just corpses. It's just dead people. Nothing to care about.
Yeah, Billy, you see Ted like strangely stroking this girl's arm, trying to calm her down. We appear to just be disturbing her even more.
I look towards him and go, Mr. Theodore, I'm going to go to get a bowl of hot water and some wash rags. I'll be back just a moment. We can help calm him down some more with that.
Unless anyone has something that they really want to do right now, I might fast forward this to the next morning.
Sounds good, except one thing.
Yep.
I'll definitely like to put those eggs into something. The rest of the eggs into... yeah, destroy them in any way, form, shape.
Like what type of thing would you like to put them into?
Fire, just burn them.
All right. You'd like to destroy, that won't cause any anger or curses toward you.
Anger and curses?
Yeah, so you're just going to destroy all of the eggs. Robert, you're destroying all the eggs?
Yeah, I'm destroying all the eggs.
Sweet. Yeah, the next morning, Carringtons have definitely left their house, and now they are at the hospital in Arkham. Mary is still in her catatonic state.
Well, they did get some answers, at least.
Yeah. Anyone who would like to visit Mary and question her or something else is free.
I would like to visit Mary.
Yeah, me too.
You see that
weird dream.
You see that she is surrounded by family.
Then I would go into the coffee room and wait until the family leaves.
The family's not going to leave. She's in a very fragile state.
You can kill me if you like.
I will ask the family if they still need me to watch over the metal door, if I can have my payment now. It's only broken, but nothing got stolen.
All right. Walking out of the room is going to be Will Carrington, Mary's older brother. He studies at the university. Really like mysticism and ancient religion. And he's going to come up to whoever's outside in the waiting room. And you can tell he kind of looks a little bit nervous, but he's going to say, do you know what did this to the doctor and my sister?
Yes, a night count.
What?
Kidding, I'm not even there.
You're wrong, but
Oh, okay.
I would be outside somewhere, I guess. And I would say, no, I have no ID, but outside the house we saw something very strange. And earlier in the day we encountered the professor and Alfred together with your daughter, and he was carrying something in a blanket. I didn't see it, but it had bit off 2 fingers of, I believe, Alfred earlier. it could have been that, but that was a small thing, and I don't think that little thing would be able to tear a man's head off.
I had a weird dream, and you were in it, sir. And she describes what she saw. But that's absolutely impossible, of course. But you know what people say, there is always a core of truth.
Okay, if this really is a strange creature, perhaps it's just an angry mother. If you just return the egg to her, then everything will be all right.
We can do that, right? She looks to Ted.
I think maybe Mr. Kinney made an omelette out of the rest of the eggs.
Oh,
I think he
that's
burned them all.
unfortunate.
If it's this crystal-shaped things you talk about, that looks like bananas.
Yes, this creature will continue to hunt until he finds your children.
So I'll guess if I can only have the pay for the one night I spent here, I'll be on my way then.
Sir, are you a chicken?
No, but I'm only an employee. I do not belong in the family. And as the door I was hired to protect is broken, I see no use of me anymore.
But this is so interesting. I've never had such an exciting night.
Yeah, I guess I could stay one more night.
I would appreciate that. And she bats her lashes.
I assume Mr. Ted would catch that hint.
Yeah, he's gonna say this. This might sound crazy, but there is a spell that I read in an old book, which might be able to be used to defeat beasts.
A spell?
Yes, a ritual that has been done throughout history whenever strange encounters have taken place.
Are you on some sort of medication, sir?
Oh, this is exciting, sir. Let's do this. And again, she grabs his arm and then pets it.
I mean, I have been reading in Chinese literature about dragons, but they are only monsters of fables.
And he can say, well, and he'll pull out a very wrinkled and burnt piece of paper, and he'll hand it to one of you, saying, if you want to run and try to survive, then I do not blame you. But if you know what's good for you, you'll return the eggs. And if not, this is the next best plan.
So, just to be clear, if I stay an additional night and I read this piece of paper of yours, how much would that pay?
Because we can't put a price on saving the world.
I can. I can. That's going to be no problem, sir.
So,
Do you have a check? I can put in the numbers myself.
He said, my family are millionaires. I'm sure that we can come up with a number that might work.
You have my attention. What do you need me to do? Should I just read this scrap of paper?
There's a bit of a ritual with it, but
exactly what kind of ritual?
And he'll just hand you the paper, and you'll read it. It says, dismiss it by stating ik chita yen ne biaki chikfa me, and you say that 3 times. And after the 3rd time, you draw a blade from under your left eye straight down to your left jawline and leave 13 drops of blood from the wound in the bowl.
I'm not going to slash my face.
Take the blood into your mouth and then spray it into the creature's face, saying, Kathame. And it'll be forced back to the stars.
Miss Mason, what do you say about teaming up here? If I read the paper note, then do you follow the instructions? We could share the payment.
Oh, you can have all the payment you want. You can have it all. My daddy's rich. But yes, why not?
Interesting. Okay, we have a deal then.
She still thinks kind of that she's in a dream, right?
That's the best place to be when you're with
Yeah.
Ted.
Absolutely. Yeah, she's game.
It's up to the rest of your characters whether or not you would want to be involved in a ritual or just accept payment and go home safely.
Robo will stay, of course.
Yeah, I'll actually do an effort in talking either Mr. McKinney or Mr. Billy, James Ray, into doing the slashing of their faces.
I don't know who Mr. McKinney is, but I will not be slashing my face now.
Yeah, when you come back and explain all this to Billy, he looks at you and he says, "Well, you're the strapping young sports guy. They gave me my money this morning, and it's enough to get me by for a few more months." And Billy's going back to the Haven house where he stays and has his free bowl of soup. So goes back to reading his little books in the library, and he'll take his leave.
Don't underestimate this, sir. It's going to pay well, and you only need to scar your entire face for it to work.
He just eyes you more as he keeps trying to place what he's seen the picture in the paper and what it was about. And, well, good luck with that.
Okay. Well, I guess it's down to you to do the cutting then, Miss Mason. Do the notes say what time of day we should do it?
Well, we have Carlos and Simon.
Yeah, if they're still with us, I would of course try to talk them into slash their faces as well.
Well, I'm definitely Marcellus is very curious because he's read through some literature before, and he's heard of the Biakis. This whole situation has him curious, so he's not ready to leave. I'm not ready to leave just yet. So any way that I can be involved in this ritual, even if it's slashing my own face,
Perfect, Mr.
I'll be
Tillinghast. This will pay well. They ensured us it will pay well. So I'll do the reading and you do the slashing, and it says here that it's important that you spit the blood in its face. I am not sure how we're going to get this close to the thing and when we will see it the next time, but I think that's all.
Isn't it the same person that does both of the things?
I don't know. Does it specify?
I think the person who reads it is supposed to be the person who cuts their face and spits it.
spits their own blood.
Oops.
So what we're going to do is each of us is going to have a scalpel. Each of us is going to have that thing, and we're going to memorize the words. And we're just going to have a designated driver. And if things go wrong, well, each of us can just do the thing themselves.
I'll be the designated driver then.
Designated driver is the one that is going to cut his face first.
I'm not going to be the designated driver then.
Right.
I'll do it.
I'm
But
going to be the
I'm
designated.
pretty sure that if things go totally wrong, each of us will not mind a little bit of a scar. Survival. So each of us is going to memorize these words. Each of us is going to cut ourselves if necessary. And then our souls will be forever damned.
Yeah, Marcellus, did you volunteer?
Yes, I did.
All right. Simon, who has no clue everything that's going on, he just next day returns to the garden to carve the statue with a dented door.
Haste,
We
sir.
all
Just
memorize the words, right?
Just learn this nice little riddle and slash your face with this knife. It's going to be fun. Good times, man.
That's actually what she says. Yeah. Oh man.
All right.
First, what the hell happened? So
Well,
I
we have
walk in
become
and
we have become Satan worshippers, it seems. Casting
Well-
spells and witchery.
if I get the chance to get paid and maybe try to get revenge for my fountain, why not?
All right. That night, unless you guys can prep however you want during the day, get the supplies or sterilize your knives.
Sharpen my sigil.
But
Yeah, who here has any experience with firearms?
I do, actually. I have a lot of spare time.
I kill all the rabbits who try to eat my roses.
What do you
Yeah.
prefer, madam?
Pardon?
What do you prefer?
One of the smaller ones, sir.
That's not often you hear that. I pull out my I pull out a 38 special. Would this suit you?
Oh, this looks amazing. And you see her eyes glimmering, and yeah, she's still in a dream. It's so exciting. She never had such a great dream. She takes it. This is fantastic, sir.
I'm having second thoughts.
Yeah, she's aiming like into the group before she puts it away.
She'll be fine. We'd like to. Right, this is a big animal. I don't know. It flies. It's
We
gonna
should
try
get,
to get into the what?
I think we should try to get his. It's searching for the eggs, right?
Right.
So
It
maybe
knew
we
they
could
were
make
in-
some fake eggs and maybe try to set up a trap
No,
because
it was following by smell. So
We can
it
get
knew
some
the eggs were
sulfur.
in that bunker. So it's probably gonna try it again. It would be good if we could ground it. It's gonna try to go through that door. Maybe we
Throw
let
some
it.
nets. Throw some nets from above.
Actually, how big is that door? Can it fit through?
Yes.
Right. Now, all we need to do is get a stone big enough that it will jam on the other side. So we dig a small hole. We get a stone that's going to be on top of the mound. When it enters, we push the stone down and trap it inside the bunker. Of course, it can break through, but it's going to have to fight against the earth and the stone and the concrete or stone frame, etc.
What about this ritual thing? Are we going to lock somebody inside there with it?
It's gonna probably stick out its head, I'm gonna guess, if you near it enough.
In regards to that stone, if this creature was the same thing that destroyed the fountain, it doesn't look like a stone would stop it.
Yeah, but it's not likely going to get any kind of a propulsion inside of that. What is it, 20-foot room? The way it did that thing, it was by flying into it at great speed. Can't really fly when it's inside.
Yeah, as good as any point. I volunteer to be the getaway driver, and I'll sit in the car ready to drive us away when we need that.
They're good at driving?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, let's start preparations. This is gonna take take a lot of time, actually. What nightfall?
I'll say that whatever preparations you will have or you'll come up with mid-fight, you make done. That night, you hear a couple of cries in the air. The mother, realizing that she could not reach the eggs alone, also brought the father.
Oh yeah. Good.
Well, if it's like a frog, it's probably a very small father.
The males are more deadly than females.
Shit.
So these two creatures are going to descend from the skies. And explain this intricate trap that's set up.
So we dig a hole right outside the door, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that when you drop a stone down, the stone will wedge itself against that hole, so that you can't just push it away. You're pushing against earth, basically.
Okay.
But when you drop the stone, and it sort of blocks 90% or 80% of the entrance.
Who's in charge of pushing the stone down?
We're probably going to have to make a lever of some sort. And a couple of strong guys, I'm going to guess.
So Ted is just the far away in the vehicle, safe.
Yeah. I'm taking my driver's duty very seriously.
Yep.
Where's the rest of us?
That is my question. I'll pull up the map. Is Ted even on this map, or is he farther away?
He would probably be in front of the garage, I guess.
All right. Cool.
Or like, since we don't know when anything's going to happen, he's going to be outside the vehicle having a cigarette while waiting for screams of agony, and then he will go inside the vehicle and start it.
Is someone going to be on top of the cliff pushing the rock down?
Yeah, we're going to have to, right?
Yeah, so who will be on push the rock duty?
Not me.
I'll push the rock.
Yeah.
All right, so Marcellus and Simon are on push the rock duty.
We're going to conceal them with some leaves, branches, things of that nature against the stone. So when they push the stone, they're not completely exposed.
All right, and where's Robert and Esmeralda?
Robert's in the barn, same place where he was aiming from last time.
Where's Esmeralda?
That's a good question. I think I'm going for the barn as well.
All right. I need the two stone persons to make sandy checks.
Here we go.
He'll be fine.
This is your first time to see this beast.
I can see everybody's screen except yours.
56.
Are those passes or fails?
It's a fail.
All right.
For me, it's a pass.
All right. The fail will lose 6 candy. The pass will only lose 1 candy.
Okay.
How much candy did you begin with?
Let me find my sanity, actually. Where is it? I can't seem to find it.
It's like the second thing on the right. I need you to make a intelligence check.
I need to?
Yep.
Okay. Success.
All right, that's not good. You want to fill that one? Roll a d10.
Okay. It's a 9.
All right. You're gonna have an emotional outburst for the next 6 rounds. As soon as you see these big creatures, you're gonna begin crying out, laughing, yelling, screaming, whatever you want to do. As you
all
go
of
insane.
the above.
All right. No matter how good those branches and leaf camouflage were, these creatures are going to become aware of toward the top of the cliff, where one of the investigators is yelling and screaming and crying and laughing. Marcellus, how would you react to this person next to you giving off your position?
I'm going to say, keep your voice down. Come on, Simon. Keep it together.
You just hear Simon kind of laughing and crying at the same time. We are dead. We are already dead.
Just stay quiet. Try to stay calm.
Robert, how do you feel about your perfect plan crumbling right in front of you?
It's actually not that terrible. I mean, there's definitely going to be confusion if I choose to shoot.
The female Bayaki is going to fly down into the cellar door where she sits her young. The male is going to fly right toward the screaming person.
I'm going to aim and shoot at the male.
Are you going to aim and shoot, or are you just going to shoot?
Yeah, it's going to be too late if I aim and shoot, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just going to shoot.
All right.
And I yell now before I do so. Push the rock, bitches.
Gail's going to be Simon's going to be too insane to push the rock.
Of course.
Does Marcellus try to push the rock alone?
I'm pretty strong. I think I could huff it over.
We set up some leverage so that it's not impossible.
Yeah, would I see that from the barn? What's happening? Probably, right?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, then she would rush out as well and try to help.
All right.
Probably not very helpful.
First time, I'm going to need Simon to make a hard strength check. So you do
Okay.
roll under half your strength.
Here we go. Half of my strength.
Not Simon. Marcellus.
Marcellus, okay.
Yeah, sorry, Simon.
Okay.
Crazy.
I need to get a hard.
Strength.
Okay. So I got to get under 30. Oh no, I failed. 77.
Right.
Way over.
So yeah, you see, Marcellus trying to push this rock. You spent so much time studying rocks, loving rocks, and the rock just isn't returning the favor at all right now. As you're trying to push this, Esmeralda can run out and try to help you for the next turn. However,
I made an extreme success at the gunshot.
nice. So for the gunshot, extreme success. To do. Sorry, I'm trying to. So what's max damage on your gun?
2d6 plus 4.
Nice.
16.
16. All right. It's gonna take max damage. And you're gonna nail this thing and strike it. It's not gonna quite kill it, but this thing's basically blinded and distracted. It's not gonna be able to stop the people from pushing the rocks. However, it is going to still be able to hear the cries of the crazy person. And so,
Good luck, crazy person.
try Sam. I could miss. Or I just had to roll under 55, and I roll 59. So it's gonna miss its first attack. However, 47 is going to be able to hit with its second attack. So in the middle of your cry, this creature is just going to stick its beak straight through your throat. It's going to remain attached to you and drink your blood. You're going to lose
A throat.
2, 1, 10. You're going to lose 13 strength.
Oh my god.
Quick question, Josh. As the poor sculpture started screaming, I guess that would be more or less my cue to get in the car and start the engine. And I would try to drive around to see what was going on before leaving the guys. If I saw that he was struggling with pushing the rock, could I, an example, try to run into the rock with a car to try to push it down?
Yeah, I'll let you do that your next turn. This turn will be like driving around and looking.
Mm-hmm.
But
Cool. My
yeah.
dex is 65 if you need me in the initiative step.
Sweet. You're gonna lose 3 health. Not you, but and 13 strength. His screaming is getting a little bit quieter as blood is very quickly rushing out of him. All right. You hear a cry from the cellar underneath as this female Bayeki has realized that her young are gone. She's gonna escape if this rock does not get pushed. So I think Esmeralda, I need you, Robert, and Marcellus to make a candy check.
Okay.
Seeing this thing attacking your campaign.
Oh, no.
Okay, I passed with 18.
All right.
I
good.
didn't.
If you pass, you won't lose any. If you fail, you'll lose 4 candy points.
Okay, that's another bout of madness, and I'm actually over my 1/5.
All right. Let's go for the bout of madness first. Are you rolling intelligence for a bout of madness?
I think it's just auto bout of madness because of my indefinite one. No, temporary one.
All right. Roll a d10.
Mm-hmm. A 10.
10. Roll a d100.
64.
All right. Let me go to my mania table.
Ew.
64.
Yep.
Go 46. All right. You're gonna have geliomania, which is an uncontrollable compulsion to laugh.
Oh. Okay. Right.
So you're gonna be laughing at this poor sculptor with his neck just being all but severed off.
Yeah, that's
Don't worry, he's laughing as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that fits perfectly because it's still a dream, right?
Yep. This is the next 8 rounds. In the midst of your laughing, would you be laughing too hard to reach the rock to help him push?
Shit.
If you think you might be, just roll.
I hope you could help me.
I'd
Oh,
say
there
roll.
was a question.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I could say pal.
Come on, Esmeralda.
No, I'm sorry. Absolutely not.
She's just laughing.
Yeah.
You hear the roaring of an engine behind you as Ted is about to line up this car to hit the rock.
Honk, honk. Out of the way.
Jump out of the way real quick.
You can
Alright.
push it one more round. He's not there yet.
Oh,
Yeah, so once again with a disadvantage with a penalty die, roll strength. Or just roll 1 die. You get hard success.
roll 1 die.
Yeah, roll 1 die if you had to get under 30.
I got 30.
All right. Despite the laughing, you're able to get underneath this rock and you kind of lift it up enough to throw your shoulder into it. You're going to drop this rock on top of the Bayeki female as she's flying out from the cave. So this Bayeki is kind of underground with the rock on top of her. pretty seriously injured, but pinned to the ground. What would Ted do now that there's no rock to push?
First of all, I assume the initiative steps here are more or less at the same time. We just used them to... Yeah, so he would already have the car going, accelerating towards the stone.
Roll drive auto to see if you
yeah.
to...
You see, this is where I might have maybe been lying a bit about my abilities to drive the car to get away from the hard duties. I have 20, which is the default. And I rolled a 72, so it's very close. I could actually almost make it if I spent all my 50 luck points.
You're gonna realize that you will not be able to brake in time. You could try to jump out of the car.
I'm gonna aim for the creature on the ground.
Are you gonna just kamikaze this? Or
it's not that far down, is it?
What?
It's not that far from the top of the cliff and down to the ground, is it?
I mean, it's far enough that you don't want to be going down in the car.
It's 1920s. I guess we have airbags and all sorts of nice security measures in this old T-Ford.
Yeah.
Are you in a dream as well?
Okay, I'm going to try to jump out of the car.
All right. Just roll dodge, I guess.
I have 52 in dodge.
Sheer Q missing.
I rolled a 43, so it's good enough at least.
Yeah. You'll take 1 damage of road burn, just as you kind of jump to the shaft ground. Roll luck to see if you hit this with the car.
It's a 50-50 again, and I rolled 46 under 50.
Yeah, so this car is going to hit the creature. Does Marcellus need to make a roll to get out of the way of the car?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to try to dodge.
Am I in the way?
Oh, man, I failed.
All right. The car is going to hit you for... Dadgummit, I'm rolling too many ones. 1 damage.
That's kind of a lucky thing. 500-pound car hitting you in somewhat speed.
Okay, I'll roll a d20 instead.
No, I wasn't aiming for more damage to him. It's just like I think that's the best you can get out of the situation when you're hit by a car.
Yeah, you kind of jump out of the way, but it's gonna catch you.
I get clipped.
You're gonna sprain your ankle. The car is gonna roll down and kill the Yaki on the ground.
It's a 1,200-pound, by the way. It's kilos, 500 kilos.
Oh, then I'm going to need to roll on the damage die. You'll take 4 damage in all from being hit by a car. I should have just used the stats because they have like hit by a car, like realistic damage.
What about the creature? It dies?
Hit by a car is 2d10. So I'll do this the official way.
Don't kill him now. I was just reading up the statistics for the statistics for the car.
2d10 is 13 damage.
13 damage.
Hit by a car at 30 miles per hour.
So that takes me down to 2.
All right. Roll a Constitution.
Let's see. Okay, I failed.
All right. If you take
80.
Yeah, if you take half of your damage and you fail a con, I think that might be death. It's been too long since I've led this. I can't remember if that's just being knocked out or if that's dying. I think it's dying. Any help from any other keepers?
I never encountered this in 7th edition, so
What
All
are
right.
you looking for? Sorry.
If you lose more than half your health,
Yeah.
you make a con check.
Yeah. For
And
if you stay conscious.
All right, so it's for conscious, not death.
Yeah.
Good. All right,
No.
you
You get a major wound. So if you lose more than half, you get a major wound, and then roll con for if you stay conscious. Yeah.
you have a major wound. So you need to check your major wound box.
are there
Well-
locations in 7th edition?
No, but you choose one which is appropriate. Like if you're hit by a car, then probably like broken ribs or something like that. Something which heals slowly.
Your torso is destroyed.
Yeah.
Shattered pelvis.
All right. Robert, you can make one last shot.
I'd like to do that. Thank you.
Yep. Now, by the way, it will be a penalty die because Shyman is kind of in front of it. But if you don't care about Shyman, you just roll a normal die.
What?
I mean, this thing.
I'm trying not to hit Simon.
Well, this thing is biting and holding on to Shyman.
Yeah.
So, are you gonna try not to hit Shyman, or just take a shot regardless?
Is he completely blocking it?
He's blocking the big part of it, like all of the one-shot kill areas.
Blocking it.
Well,
Just
he's
like
being bit by it and pulled in front. You just make an attack roll and succeed, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, I'll shoot and I'll take a penalty die. Trying not to hit him.
All right. I'm gonna find a way to kill him regardless.
I miss.
Oh, you will miss. This Bayaki will continue to suck out Gil's blood or Shaman's blood. 513. You will lose 18 strength and 5 health.
Oh boy.
Hope you're a bodybuilder.
Your strength is pretty low. Anyone have a way to just finish off this last Bayaki?
Yeah, cut your face and spit it in the face.
Do I? Can I?
I don't know. You no longer have a card to run into it.
Well, Marcellus has plenty of his own blood now.
I just can't spit. Somebody's got to spit it for me.
Yeah, Marcel is just pretty much on the ground, knocked out.
How long will it take me to run to the thing and pull up?
You can do it in a turn.
Right. As I'm running, I'll be reciting the chant.
I typed it in the chat.
I jumped out of the car on top of the cliff. Are there still any other people up here which are conscious?
The laughing female.
Oh, I walk over to her and I say, do you remember the words you were supposed to remember?
That could ruin the spell.
Okay, if you can just repeat after me.
Oh Jesus! Can I? I mean, between
You're laughing.
laughing?
Your laughing will probably ruin the spell.
Yeah. I mean,
But I
she
don't-
will try probably, but yeah.
Okay, are we gonna start with ick?
Do I have to reenact that now?
Ipswtich.
Cha.
Bayaki.
Ayaki. What?
Okay, you have to start over now. Ikcha.
Yeah, she laughs the sentence.
Bayaki. Chame.
Chame.
I'll probably get there before they do.
Perfect.
Definitely.
And I'll hand you a pocket knife, and I say, no, you just slash your face, and you suck up some of the blood, and you spit at the monster.
Are you Simon Verger? Jesus. Yeah. I guess she just does it like rams that knife into her cheek and continues laughing like a maniac, what she is.
And I'm gonna
Yeah.
correct you, like all the way from the brows down to the cheek. Come on.
Of course.
What's your appearance?
Well, now I'd say 10. It was 85.
You're just gonna lose 1d100 appearance.
Only?
You're gonna lose 64 appearance.
Oh, great. Cool. Thanks.
All right. So you drink the blood and do you spit it on the bayaki?
Yeah, try.
You want to hear the good news or the bad news?
The good news first.
There was no good news.
Oh,
The good news is the bad news is really good.
okay. Give it the bad news then.
You're supposed to repeat that 3 times before you cut your face.
Oh, fuck.
Let's start again from the beginning.
Meanwhile, you just see Simon flailing about.
Oh, God. Yeah, she continues. She's like totally in her element here. It's only a dream. I mean, and it doesn't even hurt. It doesn't hurt.
Okay, come on, concentrate now. You can do this.
Let's do it. I mean,
Okay.
let's do it.
Do you remember the words?
No.
Ikcha Yane. Bayaki.
Bayaki. Whatever the end is.
Yeah, 3 times. Come on.
Yeah, more cutting and more laughing and more spell.
And less appearance.
Yeah.
Like 0?
Do you have 26?
No.
Let's just hope your family can afford plastic surgery.
Of course.
Honestly, now your face is a little more symmetrical. The double cut.
Yeah, true. But the 3rd is coming as well, so what about
No,
that one?
You only had to cut your face once. You should do repeat it 3 times.
Oh, but he told her differently.
Yeah,
so
At this
yeah,
time, at this time, Ted doesn't care to stop her cutting her face 3 times either. He doesn't care. Just spit the blood.
it's too late. Yeah, let's do it. And now spit at the bayaki.
All right. While you were going through that, what was Robert doing?
I was sprinting out there, repeating the chant 3 times.
All right. Are you going to cut your face and spit on it?
Well, as I see her doing it,
So no.
I'll give it a second and see if it works.
She does it once, and nothing happens.
But I'll as she's doing that, I'm gonna get real up and personal with that animal. Shoot it in the head.
All right. You can roll it with 2 bonus die.
Yeah. Here goes. Here goes nothing.
By the way, 0 in appearance means so unsightly that others are affected by fear, revulsion, or pity.
Unless you have a fetish, in which case.
There's no way that's a thing.
That is totally a thing.
I'll take your word for it.
So if I roll this, let me see. Do I roll all of them and then take the best one, or just the first that
Take the
succeeds?
lowest.
2, extreme.
Yeah, you kill it. So you you kill this thing, and then once it's dead, now the world, Esmeralda comes to switch on it.
What? I did it. What? It was all for nothing. I hate you. Great.
I start administering first aid immediately.
It's dead. It's dead. Did you see that, dead? It's dead.
I think
Yeah.
that Esmeralda's in might be a little bit worse than death.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Um,
Do I take damage, by the way?
Yeah, knife damage. I mean, it was controlled cutting. You'll take 1 damage for each slice.
Ooh. Okay.
4 in total due to my bad information.
Meanwhile, this creature is going to die, letting go of Shyman. Marcellus is on the ground, messed up. But with that, you've defeated the 2 Yankees. Now, according to what you get awarded,
I'm gonna tend to Marcellus though. Try to make up for hitting him by the with the car.
roll first aid.
Are you gonna? Okay. Can I do first aid? That's at least 30. Medicine
That's your
is 1.
doing, yeah? Wow.
66 over 30.
I make a hard success and push him away and say, "It's okay, I'll do it."
You just begin cutting his face for no reason.
No, I'm like, oh, a broken hip. It needs to be broken in place, and I'm like making it a lot worse before being pushed away.
Just so you know, the way that you win this is leaving the eggs out for the mother to claim them, plus 1d8 sanity. Killing the Miyaki and her young, minus 1d8 sanity.
Already? Oh, that's cool.
So, you actually lose sanity for winning the game in this way.
Wow.
Is that for everyone, or just the one with the killing blow?
You're part of that.
Yeah, I drove a car into one, which I guess killed the first one.
This would be kind of like the after the game, after scenario victory points or whatnot.
It sounds like for everyone.
So yeah, but anyway, with that, does anyone want a happy ending, or in most cases, a not so happy ending for your character?
Oh.
I have insane people at the hospital to visit when they're alone.
I use
need
this
a happy ending.
character in other games, so a not death would be okay.
All right. What happens to Esmeralda?
Oh my. Yeah, she probably, when she gets out of her bout of madness and she sees her face, she gets another bout of madness, and that time probably she's going down to almost 0, and probably will spend her life in the Arkham Asylum, tending to the vegetable garden and telling everybody she's taking care of the roses. Although it's carrots.
So a happy ending.
Absolutely. And the family, of course, forgets her. Because that's not good, you know?
Anything from our nearly dead geologist or sculptor?
Well, you see Simon kind of roll over and fall off the cliff and die. As well. There was no way he was going to survive that.
About a week later, you would see Billy go into the library and grab the morning newspaper, and the top story over the front of the paper is got a police sketch of a man's face there. And it details a story about the police searching for a man that's been harassing and kidnapping some of the young, dark-haired women around the town. As he looks at that police sketch, then he hits him and he goes, Theodore. Theodore. He turns around, he walks back out of the library and takes the paper and heads straight to the police station.
All right. I guess that's where we'll end this.